So we come to the trace table question. Trace table questions on every single previous question paper and on the old spec. We sort of have to expect one, really. It's just whether it's like this, whether it's a flowchart, or whether it's a pseudocode type question, and then whether it has an array or whether it doesn't have an array. If you can work with this one has an array, you'll be absolutely fine. But it's worth practicing some of the others that I've shared with you, that we worked with in lesson as well. So it's all in the team for paper 2. Let's have a look at this one. So we've got our flowchart here. We've got our questions. So the array name 1-4 used in the flowchart contains the following data. So there's the array name 1, name 2, name 3, name 4, and the data that's inside each element of the array. And then they've started the trace table. So the trace table actually contains the data here, which is quite helpful. So let's go to the flowchart. So start, flag assign 0, count assign 1. So what we usually do is, if there's some data in the trace table, we kind of carry on from that point. So we would sort of go to here, and then we say, well, I need to go down to the next line. So flag and count. We're going to pop that in there. If you're ever not sure, it actually doesn't matter, as long as the columns are correct. But let's set flag to 0 and count to 1, and then carry on. Is name count greater than name count plus 1? Okay, so count is currently 1. So name count will be name 1, which is Jamal. Name count plus 1 will be name 2, which is Amir. So is name count greater than name count plus 1? So is name count Jamal greater than Amir? Well, J is greater than A in the alphabet, so that would give us a true. So temp is going to be assigned name count. So temp is going to be assigned name count, which is Jamal. So name count is name 1. Name 1 is Jamal. So we're going to pop Jamal over here. Okay, then we'll move down. Name count is going to be assigned name count plus 1. So name count, which is name 1, which is this box, is going to be assigned whatever's in name count plus 1 in the name, which is name 2. So we're going to pop Amir into name 1. Okay, and then name count plus 1 is going to be assigned temp. So count plus 1, that's 1 plus 1, which is 2. So that's name 2. Yeah. So name count plus 1. So name 2 assign temp. Yeah. So count is still 1. So we're always going off this count. So name count plus 1 would be name 2. So name 2 assign temp. So we take what's in temp and we pop it in there. Okay, flag is going to be set to 1, so let's do that. And then we come back in here. Count is going to be count plus 1. So yeah, we've done that. Is count equal to 4? No, it's 2. So it's no, so we come back around. And then we carry on. Is name count greater than name count plus 1? So remember, count is 2 now. So is name 2, which is Jamal, greater than name 3? Well, J is greater than E in the alphabet, in the order of the alphabet, so yes. So temp is going to be assigned to name count. So name count is Jamal, so we're going to pop Jamal back in the temp. Name count, assign name count plus 1. So name 2 is going to be assigned name count plus 1. So remember, count is 2, yeah? So name count, so count 2, so we're here. So name count, that's position 2, is going to be assigned name count plus 1, which is position 3. So essentially, we're taking Eve, and we're going to pop Eve in there. I definitely didn't want to do that. There we are. And then name count plus 1 assign temp. So Remember, name count plus 1 is 3, and we're going to assign that what's in temp, which is Jamal. Okay. Flag is going to be set to 1. Okay, so we've done that. Count is going to be count plus 1. So we've done that. Let's find the cursor again so we can trace what we're doing. Is count equal to 4? Nope. So let's go back around and start again. Is name count greater than name count plus 1? Okay, so we're on this row here. So name count would be 3. Okay, so is Jamal greater than name count plus 1? So is name count, which is name 3, which is Jamal, greater than name count plus 1, which would be name 4, which is Tara? Right, well this time it's not, because J is not greater than T. So we got to know. So that's quite nice, you don't have to do all this again. So let's come down here. No, count is going to go count plus 1. So count is going to go to 4. Is count equal to 4? Let's find my mouse again. Right, yes it is. Count is equal to 4. Yes it is. Is the flag equal to 0? So if we look up here, the flag is actually still 1. So no, it's not. So we come back up to here. We set the flag to 0 and the count to 1. Okay, so now remember, we've got some data here, so we're going to carry on and we're going to go down to here to set the flag to 0. In the mark scheme, they actually carry down all of the data. So if it hasn't changed, they've actually written, so they've got Amir carrying down here to where it doesn't change. You can see all I've done is I've included things that have changed. So it's something that we can fill in afterwards, but it's a bit easier, I think, for you to follow by seeing the changes as they're made. But if you just remember that if we write anything in the table, it has to come after what was previously written. So we're sort of, we've just come back up here now. So we're setting the flag to 0. Well, I've got to do it after this change. So I actually need to come all the way down here and set it to 0 there. And I need to set the count to 1. And then we carry on. So is name count greater than name count plus 1? Okay, so name count, so count is 1, so name count is Amir. Is it greater than name count plus 1? So is Amir greater than Eve? Well, no, it's not. So we come down here. Count is going to go count plus 1. So I need to do that after this one here. So we're going to come across and go down, and I'm going to set the count to 2. Is the count equal to 4? No. So we're going to come up, back around, and we do our test again. Is name count, which is, so count is 2. So is name 2, which is Eve, greater than name count plus 1, which is Jamal? No, it's not. No, it's not. So let's come back down here. Count is count plus 1, so we're going to go across here, down to this next line. So count is going to go to 3. Is count equal to 4? Let's find the cursor again. Is count equal to 4? So we're down here now. No, it's not. So we come back up around. Is name count greater than name count plus 1? So again, oh, here's the cursor. Let's come back now. So his name count, so count is 3. So is Jamal, which is name count, because count is 3, greater than name count plus 1, greater than Tara? No, it's not. So we come back down here. Count is going to go count plus 1. So let's pop 4 there. Okay, Is count equal to 4? Yes, it is. Is the flag equal to 0? Well, the flag hasn't changed, so it says equal to 0. That means we can stop. Okay. Now, in the mark scheme, I'm just looking at the mark scheme now. Repeated values do not need to be written unless a value is rewritten or it changes. So what we've done here would be absolutely fine. We only have things that change. If you look at the mark scheme, you'll see that the only difference is, I'll start to fill these in. They've actually just filled in. So, and then we've got EMEA written all the way down. I'm just going to put A's in, otherwise I'll be here all day. But obviously you would need to write EMEA if you were going to do it this way. And then Eve, and then Jamal, all the way down there. And we could fill in an Eve there, and then Tara all the way down there, and then Jamal all the way down there. That's the only difference. Okay, so that's that one done. You don't have to fill in all of those like I just did. The answer that we had on the screen a few seconds ago will be absolutely fine. Okay, we might as well do part B while we're here, because if we look, and you've probably already clicked what's happened here, we've basically put them in order. So we've got Amir, Eve, Jamal, and Tara. Okay, so we can ignore what's in the temp because we're only concerned about these bits of data here. So so they're looking for bubble sort, and be able to describe a bubble sort. That's quite a common thing about how it works. We just compare each element and then we swap them if they're different, and we keep doing that until there are no swaps at all, and then we know it's in order. And then so there's 2 marks I think for this question, for this one. Yes, there is. So naming the bubble sort, and then sort names in, you can say it's in ascending order. I'm just looking at the mark scheme, alphabetical order, A to Z, lowest to highest, ascending order. Yeah, so any of those. I'll just about fit that in. Okay, so sort names in ascending order. Sorry this is a longish video. Hope it helps, but just practice some of the others I've shared. On to the next. Thank you very much.